It's a fault line, right? When something happens, when there's an earthquake, we notice, everything breaks, right? This is the same thing. Something goes wrong, we notice what's happening, and we hopefully take a deeper look at it. There's obviously racial divisions in this city, in this state, that have been here for a long time. There's problems. I don't know the race of the officer. I'm not going to make any assumptions, about anybody's beliefs or anything. But I've heard that being said today. There was an older lady that was talking to us and said, look, this goes on all the time. It's been going on for decades, this and that. So people are definitely aware of that in this city.
BART police was responsible for killing a young man like in '96. His name was Gerald Hall, in a pretty much similar kind of way. And we protested and we came out there, but the impunity hasn't changed. So people being outraged enough to go ahead and tear shit up, I think is a reflection of that anger. There's probably like 7 different armed police services right around here in Oakland. From the East Bay Parks, Oakland PD, the federal police, the federal building, you have the BART police, you have the sheriffs, you have the port police. There is armed men all around here being paid by the state. And that level of impunity that they have carrying a weapon, I think is a disgrace.
The live coverage all night yesterday of Oakland was a little biased, I think.
How so?
Well, because they were only showing the riots and not the actual protesters. And also, displaying Oakland itself and how, a certain crowd would act out in terms of the violence, the breaking of glass, burning cars, and so forth.
I think definitely last night's coverage was bias against the protesters.
I've been waiting for about 3 hours to speak in front of these BART representatives, which I just did. They should hold some accountability and responsibility for what happened to Oscar Grant on January 1st, 2009. He was shot in the back and he was murdered. And last time I heard, that's called homicide. And he was not fighting back. One officer everybody has seen the video, but one officer had his knee on his neck and the other officer pulled his gun and shot him. They convict people on BART for smoking cigarettes, but they can't convict their own officer for committing murder. I'm really disappointed in the media because they need to say the facts. The people were peacefully assembling, which they have the right to do, and they were disrupted by the police in their riot gear, tear gas, and pellet guns.